Cheers!
Cheers! Yay! Welcome to MovieBitches. So today,
Episode 13.
13. So this one's a little different because we're doing a movie that came out in 2012. We watched Vamps. So doing our Vampire Academy review, someone recommended to us that Vamps was a much better, like, you know, jokey teen girl,
tongue-in-cheek
vampire movie. You know, in the vein of Mean Girls, Clueless, etc. Is written and directed
by Amy
and
Heckerling.
produced by
Amy Heckerling.
And
Clueless fame.
And
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yep.
And other things you haven't heard of, but that are still good.
Yep. But this one was not.
What? There's no words for this movie.
Well, really, I think it was just her manifesto of get off your fucking phones.
Why can't kids say entire words? It takes just as long to say letters.
I mean, there's literally a scene where he comes in and he goes, "You guys, I got it. It's the new iPad mini."
I got my tweets, I got my emails, I got my friends, I got my alerts, I got
So
my
as the day progresses, you can read thousands of unsolicited messages, advertisements, and the mindless brain vomit of acquaintances.
It was like Amy Heckerling's, like,
Manifesto.
euthanasia note. I don't understand. It's like,
it was her angry tirade manifesto about
slash, like, goodbye world, like, I'm done, I'm tired, I don't have time to deal with all of this technology.
It definitely felt like she was in some board meeting going, what should my next project be? What's hot right now? Vampires and cell phones. It's very like Gran Torino, like, get off my lawn, you crazy kids!
I literally was like, just go hang out with Clint Eastwood, come on.
But we haven't talked about the self-tanning scene.
Oh my god.
His parents say that she's so pale. They decide to spray paint her, like she's, like, lacquer her, whatever.
With a hairdryer?
She looks
was
like...
Was the hairdryer to, like, make it spread more evenly, or was it to, like, dry it?
She looks like C. Thomas Howell in Soul Man. Where he gets into Harvard because he does blackface. Yeah. Oh yeah, in case you were wondering, Sigourney Weaver's in this movie.
Oh my gosh.
And boy is she in this movie.
Oh boy is she in this movie.
Chewing scenery. She is just...
I guess one could say that she knew what movie she was in.
Kind of.
But at the same time,
I don't think she did.
She thought it was a different kind of movie than what she... Like, she knew she was in a joke.
Yes.
But she did not realize the joke that she was playing.
She was certainly in a different movie from everyone else.
Yes.
But it still wasn't the movie she was in.
She's talking like this with her nails in her face. And everyone must, you know, like, so she has this persona with these nails. And then one of my other favorite parts with her.
The movie suddenly becomes racist. The elderly woman tirade also becomes just a little
bit racist. So she summons them to this Chinese restaurant, and we hear a lovely gong.
You know how it is when you eat Chinese. Half an hour later, you're hungry again.
Can we talk about when Kristen Ritter exorcist crawled down the building?
A few times.
Apropos of nothing.
I'm also...
Nothing we've heard of before.
At all.
She just goes, race to the bottom.
Race you.
Oh! Because that's what vampires do. What? So the world that they're existing in seems, I don't want to say fully realized. I think it's fully realized in Amy Heckerling's head. Because everything that's set up, like, it feels like someone knows what's going on, but it's not the audience.
Well, you know, that's the hard thing I think about vampire movies, is that it's like, there are these things that don't exist, but there's so much lore out there that you have to clarify which pieces of those lore you're going to adhere to and you're not going to adhere to.
There's also a lot of, like, historic vampire referencey things going on. Like Renfield shows up, and it's Zach Orth, and you're like, hey, I haven't seen you since the 90s, Zach Orth, what's up? Then Van Helsing shows up, and it's Wallace Shawn. Kristen Johnson from Third Rock from the Sun shows up, and she is British, merely to explain that Matthew Crawley from Downton Abbey, who is British, plays their son. That's the only reason.
That's pretty much the only...
I mean, they must have cast him later. I wonder if he left Downton Abbey for Vamps. So Richard Lewis is in the movie. In one of the most disgustingly bizarre scenes, his dying wife, who's dying of cancer, that's happening in this movie too.
Yep.
This STEM vampire turns her into a vampire in a real, like, sexy spinning shot, and she's like, looks like a skeleton because she is dying of cancer, and it is gross.
It's really gross.
But then, guess what? Mary Lou Henner. And she has had time to turn her hospital gown into a corset in 5 seconds. So anyway, they decide they're gonna go kill Sigourney Weaver.
Yep.
They find her tomb, they try and cut her head off. Then, in the most hilarious CG I have seen since Jason and the Argonauts, she's walking around with a skeleton body. I mean,
with her head just like superimposed. It's not even CG'd.
No.
It's just superimposed.
It's terrible. And this movie came out in 2012. 2 years ago! So bottom line, don't watch Vamps. Not that you were planning on it anyway, because no one's ever heard of it, but it is terrible.
And just imagine any movie that you would otherwise prefer with vampires.